Coming up on Valley News Now, new developments in the death of a 3-year-old from Moorhead. The second person connected to his death now entering a guilty plea.
3 Americans, 1 Canadian. You saw him right there, currently on day 7 of a 10-day moon mission. We're hearing what a Concordia professor has to say about the effects of space on the human body.
Plus, federal charges filed after a drug bust at the Amtrak station downtown. Valley News Now is live. All right, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to your Valley News Now afternoon update. I'm Devin Fry, bringing you the very latest that we've been working on in the Valley News Live newsroom today and beyond. Running a little bit late this afternoon, but we still have a lot of compelling content to get to. We're going to start with our first couple of big headlines into the newsroom this afternoon. A major development in the death of 3-year-old Eastyn Deronjic out of Moorhead. We've been covering this case extensively since it first came to light, and another significant update here. Shiann Erickson pleaded guilty this morning to second-degree murder in Clay County District Court 2 years after the toddler's death. Erickson had previously pleaded not guilty with a trial scheduled for May. The charge stems from the March 18th, 2024 death of Eastyn, who died at Sanford Hospital after officers found him with heavy bruising on his face and body at a Moorhead apartment. A final autopsy determined he died from blunt force trauma. Co-defendant Mason Garza previously pleaded guilty to second-degree murder, is currently serving a 20-year prison sentence. Erickson is scheduled to be sentenced on May 20th. We did very recently, after we learned that Erickson was going to be changing her plea, we did reach out to family of Eastyn, and they talked to our reporter Anna Ballweber about their reaction to her entering a guilty plea. You can find that story on our website right now, valleynewslive.com. The family has been very vocal since these charges have come to light, and so it's been good to hear their thought process on it, and you can hear that for yourself right now on our website. Another news story today, the man is facing federal charges after investigators say he stepped off of an Amtrak train in Fargo carrying more than 5 kilograms of methamphetamine. Malcolm Parker, also known as Mooney, according to court documents, was arrested April 5th after DEA agents and the Cass County Drug Task Force stopped an Uber he had just gotten into near the downtown Fargo Amtrak station. Investigators had been tracking Parker since April 2nd after being alerted to a suspicious traveler coming from Chicago on that Amtrak. He purchased his ticket under a fake name. A search of his backpack turned up 6 packages of meth, totaling about 5.2 kilograms, nearly 11.5 pounds, for those of you that may not know the metric measurements there. That's an amount consistent with intent to distribute, according to the federal documents that we got today. Parker made his initial court appearance on Tuesday. We'll continue to follow that as it develops. Speaking of things that we've been following, weather right now, obviously not great. 30 degrees. We've certainly seen worse, but we would like a little bit better of a situation at this time of the year. You know, it's spring. What screams spring like 30 degrees, snow on the ground, and those flags at the Dakota Magic Casino whipping in the wind. We're going to check in with our First Alert Storm Team now. First Alert Storm Team meteorologist Summer Schnellbach joining us with more on what we can expect in this current weather pattern and what we can hopefully expect in the future. Hopefully something warm. Let's all find out together.
Today may be a cold day, but at least it's dry. Couple of changes though. The wind is going to pick up even more tonight, gusting 35 to 45 miles per hour ahead of tomorrow's next weather maker. It's going to bring some areas of rain, some areas of light snow, and some wintry mix in between. Then we warm back up later in the week with a few more shower chances. As for today, you can see that south wind picking up. It has helped to warm our temperatures a bit, still below average, but those gusts around 45 miles per hour possible. And then late tonight and into early tomorrow morning, a cold front brings mostly rain showers before transitioning to a bit of wintry mix and snow in northern Minnesota, where temperatures will be a little cooler. Immediately in the wake of that front, the wind picks up again, and we see some wraparound showers. Again, some areas of rain, some areas of mix some areas of snow and possibilities of some blowing snow as that wind will be strong again with gusts once again around 40 to 45 miles an hour. Still not expecting a lot of snow, about 1 to 3 inches on the high end in northern Minnesota. But then this weekend, the shower chances make a return. On Saturday, blustery, mostly cloudy, a few showers passing through into Sunday morning. And then Sunday afternoon and evening, still watching that chance for some thunderstorms. Then Monday, looks like it might be a bit more impressive with widespread rain changing over to some wintry mix and maybe even some snow into next Tuesday. Now that's still a few days out. Stay tuned and get the latest details tonight on Valley News Live.
Thank you for that update, Summer. Be sure to stay tuned tonight at Valley News Live at 4, 5, 6, 9, 10. And we also have the Valley News Live First Alert weather apps and our news apps handy. Keep you informed right at your fingertips whenever you want the news. We are there to bring it to you. Thunderstorms as a possibility moving forward here. I'm not sure which one I'd prefer, the thunderstorms or the wet snow that we got last time. So, I mean, you know, pick your poison, I guess. Such is life in North Dakota. Before we keep moving on, I do want to say I do have the Facebook Live feed open. If you want to make your voice heard, go right ahead and we will, if it's appropriate, we'll react to it. Now let's go ahead and keep going in the headlines here that we've got in the Valley News Live newsroom today thus far. We now know the identity of a man at the center of a Benson County barricade situation late last month that ended up destroying a house. Dwayne Bachmeyer is facing felony charges including 2 counts of terrorizing, 4 counts of endangerment by fire or explosion, and child abuse. Bachmeyer was hospitalized following the March 24th incident and remained there until his release Monday. He was then immediately taken into custody on an arrest warrant. Authorities were originally called to the home after reports of a disturbance where they found a large fire in the front yard and Bachmeyer barricaded inside. The home has been deemed a total loss. This investigation is still ongoing. North Dakota homeowners applied for the state's primary residence property tax credit in record numbers this year. Tax Commissioner Brian Crocius says nearly 165,000 applications were submitted before the April 1st deadline, about 20,000 more than last year. The state is nearly finished with the pre-approval process. Counties will then send letters to property owners notifying them whether they were approved or denied. Most homeowners should know the status of their application by June 1st. And summer may feel far away, especially as we're staring at 30 degrees down here on the corner of your screen. And summer had such good news in our weather forecast, but it's never too early to start thinking ahead, and that's true for the Fargo Parks Department as well. Already, pool passes now on sale for the upcoming swim season. Before purchasing, residents are asked to set up a new account in the Park District's updated RecTrack registration system. This year's lineup includes tot time sessions. As somebody with a toddler at home, I cannot emphasize enough how thrilled I am about that. Adult swim nights and all-access splash days. More details are available on our website right now, valleynewslive.com. Go ahead and check it out if you're interested. And get ready to get in the pool. I know I am. Now, NASA's Artemis II moon mission has a ton of people, myself included, looking up, including one Concordia College professor who's turning to the historic launch into a classroom experience. Tonight, Jessica Bringy sits down with reporter Harrison Prey. They're not sitting, they're standing. I gotta stop saying sits down with. Stands with reporter Harrison Prey, who talked to a Concordia professor obsessed with space travel. Her students are researching the human effects of space flight and will even connect virtually with a PhD candidate at UND who is studying spacesuit design. Let's hear more details directly from Harrison on his story coming up tonight on Valley News Live.
Devin, an incredibly historic story. We are talking not only moon mushrooms, but the effect of the moon on your common man and women. This one has got a local tie too, thankfully. Here with Harrison Prey, who was able to speak with a professor from Concordia about what this does in space, how it affects us, and really interesting stuff.
Yeah, no, it's pretty cool. I mean, I was able to talk with Dr. Chris Strand, a neuroscience professor, and right now her students are learning about the effects of the human body when, as the astronauts are in space right now. So it's perfectly timed, and a lot of different things happen with the human body when you're up there in space, and part of it's blood pressure. She mentioned that the face feels puffy when you go up there, so the bone density, things of that magnitude, as you can see the video behind us. So Yeah, a lot of things that the Concordia students are learning, and it's timely with this Artemis II mission going on right now.
Well, and not only does it affect our bodies, but plants are up there too right now, specifically mushrooms, which you mentioned are being grown by the astronauts.
Yeah, yes, exactly. And so the students are also learning about how fast they grow. It was crazy to me when they actually took me to see the mushrooms, because they're like, this is how small they are now, but in 2 days they're going to grow to a much bigger size, which is crazy. But it has a lot of effects on the brain in terms of it benefiting brain health and you know, being more resilient to stress. And so, you know, those types of things are something that they were researching and looking into and learning. And that's what's made, you know, why it's so applicable to travelers going up into space, and in this case, astronauts.
Oh, it's just all so interesting. I'm really looking forward to hearing more
me
about
too.
it. Coming up tonight at 6. And also, as a reminder, splashdown for this mission is coming up on April 10th. So only a few days left to enjoy it.
You got to enjoy it before it's gone.
Thank you so much.
This is Sydney Zatz in Moorhead. Lawmakers at the state capitol are talking about potential changes to the red flag law. If those go into effect, it could impact the Moorhead Police Department. The law temporarily suspends one's access to firearms if a judge finds they're a risk to themselves and others. Currently, the family members or chief law enforcement officers can file the petition. Part of the new proposal looks to expand who can file for that extreme risk protection order.
One part in the statute that says, or the chief's designee. So our chief has designated our supervisors to be able to do this. Obviously, with anytime we file for extreme risk protection order, the command staff is going to know about it, and they're going to support it, or they're going to ask more questions.
In addition, lawmakers are also looking to allow the order for up to 5 years instead of just 1. The initial red flag law passed in 2023 when Democrats had control over the Capitol. At the time, Republicans did not back the red flag law. In Moorhead, Sydney Zatz, Valley News Live.
Courtney Lockey here. A behind-the-scenes law enforcement team in the FM Metro is getting national recognition for the work it's done stopping drugs before they hit the streets. The U.S. Postal Inspection Service honored the Contraband Interdiction and Investigations Unit with its Eagle of Excellence Award. It's the first time it's ever been given to a unit. This work doesn't always come with the spotlight, and for safety reasons, investigators often can't either, but their results did. Investigators say the team's mission is simple: disrupt drug trafficking organizations and stop dangerous drugs from reaching people in our communities.
That's one of our top priorities, is to make sure that our mail is safe. And when it does happen, that's a major priority for us to make sure that we hold criminals to justice.
Officials say the work in this unit will continue largely out of the public eye, but they hope that this award shines a light on the impact it's having every day.
Thank you to our entire crew of reporters here at Valley News Live. Some great stuff coming up tonight. Be sure to stay tuned and watch for us here on our digital platforms as well. We're going to have you covered all through the rest of the day, but that is my time here for this Valley News Now afternoon update. We'll see you guys back here same time, same place. But for now, for your Valley News Now digital update, I'm Devin Fry, Valley News Live.